Freemasonic connections, communist connections. Just your thoughts in that area.
I mean, I would say that any person of influence in mainstream media is part of the Masonic order, because you couldn't risk not having that type of control over someone. So I believe that anyone that has any type of influence, real influence, like most of the players probably aren't Freemasons in any sport, but the key people are, because you have to be able to control them and you got to be able to groom them. So yeah, I would say that most of the folks of influence are. Yeah, the NBA has gone woke, and it's BS, because I tell people the NBA's ratings have been dropping for a long time, and part of the reasons it's dropping because the whole liberal movement, to me, you can call left liberal, really is really broken down into two groups. My friend Chase says it's those that want to be accountable and those that don't. And the ones that don't want to be accountable are the liberals. They want, it's all emotional based, it's all feeling. So to me, the NBA itself as a sport is watered down and weak because there are a bunch of liberals playing. There are a bunch of liberal coaches, a bunch of liberals playing. So the sport even itself is weak and just watered down. I had people watch The Last Dance and they were like, goodness, that's how he used to play in the NBA. I was like, yeah. Like, the younger people like, yeah, that was actually a foul. And
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You had to body slam somebody, get thrown out of the game. Punch, fight. So, and it wasn't all this going to the hole and showboating. Like, you had to go in the hole knowing your life might be,
Right. Yeah. It was rough back then. Yeah.
It was rough. But again, those were more non-liberal, conservative players. When I say conservative, most of those guys back then had to work hard to get where they were. They had to get it through blood, sweat, and tears. Even like Larry Bird saying, don't even insult me by putting somebody white on me. If you put somebody white on me, I'm going to score 50 points. So it's like, just because Larry Bird had earned that respect. And so at the end of the day, that era of sports reflected the people. Now, think about it. Even during that time period, who was talking about racism in sports?
Right, sure, yeah.
Nobody. People were talking about winning championships. People were talking about practice. Think about it. Back then, athletes got criticized for not having work ethic. Allen Iverson got criticized for not going to practice. Now these guys don't get criticized for not going to practice because they're mentally unstable and practice is too hard on them, or the arena is racist, or they can't make a shot because the ball is racist. It's just like all this stuff. So the whole woke movement has really watered down the NBA, and then you have the spokesperson of the NBA. Think about the leaders of the NBA and how it reflects on the league now. LeBron is the leader of the NBA now. Now it explains why the NBA is so watered down, so liberal, so woke, so Black Lives Matter. Wokeness in sports is going to eventually destroy sports, because eventually they're going to say that practice is too much for them to deal with. Traveling is too, it's just going to be this whole snowball effect. And the BLM support of all these corporations should be clear to everybody that this is all fake. How can we talk about systemic racism and then the system that's systemic, which is all the major corporations, support Black Lives Matter? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Wow. Fantastic, man. It's hard to believe we're already over 30 minutes and there's some areas we didn't even get into. I want to talk a little bit more about the New World Order, the demasculinization of med, a little bit more about vaccines and COVID and all that good stuff. But maybe we could save that for next month, man. Hopefully we can get you back on. We'll talk off air here and we'll get you scheduled for next month. But unfortunately, we're just about out of time.